Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
We got some other crazy things that's been going on. Have y'all heard about the streamer-cameraman situation that's been going on the internet? It's been going crazy. We got the DDG cameraman situation. It's getting ugly out here in the streets. Everybody mad. We will keep you in our prayers. Thank you. Keep me in y'all prayers, man.
Who?
Let's check this out. Let's see what it's about. You ready?
Yeah.
Probably the hardest job in content creation is not being an editor. It's not being a thumbnail person. Hell, it's probably not even being the person that is on camera as the talent. It's the person holding the camera.
My experience being a camera operators are like at the bottom. They treat us like at the bottom. Everything is our fault. Hear from a lot of other camera operators that I was talking to. They also cramped up. Body was given out due to dehydration.
That was DDG's last cameraman. And his complaints...
Oh, is that his camera? I will also... I ain't gonna go that far.
The body was given out due to dehydration.
That was DDG's last cameraman. And his complaints about being a camera person in the industry sparked major conversations about conditions, about treatment, and most importantly, about pay.
Niggas will indirectly try to diss working for me. Like, that shit be blowing me, bro. Like, you don't know how much cameraman's paid. Tell them how much you was paid at this point, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck. Let me put this in your brain. No cameraman will ever make as much money as the nigga they're filming.
But after running through a third camera...
That's facts, though. That's facts. You're not the one in front of the camera, so you're not the entertainment.
Yeah.
So,
that's just like any
with you or without you, people gonna be here.
Yeah.
But you were saying what?
I'm about to say it's like any corporation. You're not gonna make the same amount that the person is. You know what I'm saying?
Created the company.
Mike, that's just... And
I don't know why people as if they should be... You behind the scenes, but act like you should be paid equivalent to everybody else that's out. You know what I'm saying?
Cameraman in just 2 years, DDG finds himself back on the chase. And his new streaming endeavor of finding a new cameraman has sparked a plethora of conversations. Now, we know that cameramen used to just be behind scenes, but now in 2026, they are being a part of the stream. They are speaking, they are appearing in clips, they are doing all of these different things. That's why DDG losing another cameraman is now public drama instead of another employee losing their job. And now the timeline is questioning why DDG keeps having these same problems. Why does he keep running through these cameramen? Is there an ethical dilemma that's going on? But before we answer those questions, we've got to break down what happened to his previous cameraman and why he can't keep one. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long way for the channel. Don't make me turn my back on you like DDG has had to do with other cameramen. Now, back into the video. Streaming University has to be one of the most stressful events in the world of streaming and content creation. Not just because there's so many high caliber streamers and content creators packed into one place and space, and you as a content creator and streamer want to make sure that you're doing a great job, but because there's somebody that's being a cameraman following these streamers and content creators, and they are being put through the ringer.
Look at this, bro.
Jonathan, you said Senna and Kai had the best cameraman? Who's the commentator? That's Omizi. I think, I ain't gonna hold you, Speed got a good cameraman. I think Speed got, cause he's like, damn, I forget his name. Speed cameraman.
Yeah, I don't know.
But we know we know him from when he was be going.
Yeah.
Cause when we watch Speed, like Speed Doesn't Matter, whatever that was.
Yeah, I just don't know. I can't think of his name.
Slips. That's his name. Slips.
Oh yeah.
Slips is good. And I just think Slip has gotten so great from being with Speed for so many years, and cause Speed is so unpredictable, right? Mm-hmm. So it takes that chemistry, and you actually getting to know someone. Yeah. So whatever Speed is paying Slips, I think is.
Well, we don't know what it is.
I said whatever it is.
You assumed that it is because he's been around so long. Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? I think it might be worth it.
I just don't like when, because like for the ones that I see that are like mean in front of the camera, I'm like, how do they treat their cameraman? I think I said something the other day about that with, I won't say the person's name, but a girl. And I was like, she just come off so mean. And like, you
I
know,
forgot who you was.
don't worry about it. And I was like, I wonder how she like treat people that, you know, she has like, you know, her cameraman and other people that she had like working around her and stuff like that. I just don't like when people like treat them any type of way or treat people any type of way, period. Like, just because this person's working for you don't mean that you got to treat them like shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't like people like that.
You said Senna's cameraman is one of the reasons why Senna's we talking about Senna is as popular as she is. I think it is very important also to get a good cameraman that you can personally connect with and have that good chemistry with.
I feel like that's
Chemistry is very
lame
important.
if you have to treat somebody mean just for content, but whatever.
Yeah.
This is what gets sent in the group chat. There's 10 pictures. That's Rocket. That's Santos. That's Drew. That's Max, cameraman, Luca. That's Santos.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's kind of brutal right there. That's insane to me. Now, the pictures and videos may mean one thing, but DDG's cameraman, or should I say ex-cameraman, really broke open the issues that plague cameraman and people that work for content creators during his time at Streamer University helping DDG out.
If you're gonna be a full-time camera operator for a talent, especially of that caliber, be prepared to treat it like the mafia. Nothing comes before the talent. Your family, your mental, physical health, errands, what you have to do at the house. You'll get.
Well, my boy, since you crying and complaining so bad, go get a regular job where you clock in and clock out. But me personally, I've had a job that's so demanding just like that, where you don't have really a outside of work like balance. Like there's no work-life balance for real. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but you still
What?
I mean, you wasn't like
Boy, that sometimes
dying from working there.
he ain't down either.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying if people are not eating or people are not properly hydrating themselves or not, like, I think that's a problem. That you don't.
Because I will say,
at a regular 9 to 5, you can't just treat your employees like that.
Because
So,
I will say for instance, like when they was at Streaming You, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when they went to the lunch table, I did see some prop their camera up, right?
yeah.
Prop the camera up. At that time, you could sit down and have a conversation with you and your cameraman, and y'all just talk. But I also think some cameramen, because I have seen it, are trying to manipulate the system and trying to become a content creator as well. So it's like, how do you balance that? You know what I'm saying? Because some of them are only taking this opportunity to try to get exposure for themselves as well. You know?
A phone call at 1:30 that they need you at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, and you are obligated to, fulfill that. I suggest you have a strong program that goes well with physical, having a strong relationship with God or whoever you believe with spiritually. This job can really take a toll on you, especially when you're in the middle of the limelight unintentionally. The haters and the trolls and the harassment can really get to your head, seriously.
Now, I'm trying to keep it as fair as possible when I talk about this subject because, it can get a little tricky. DDG's ex-cameraman, described the job as physically demanding. He had to carry heavy equipment. He had to work in these high conditions and these long hours.
Start off, Streamer University sucked. It was 92, 94 degree weather. I was carrying 50 pounds of weight. Towards the 10-hour mark, I was dehydrated as fuck. My body started giving up on me.
And he even alluded to the fact that what he was getting paid was not worth what the job was being asked to do. Now, while I do agree and disagree with some of the things that he was ultimately saying, I wanted to hear DDG's response to this whole situation. Because I think that, hey, maybe if we had the creator's POV, it might make the whole situation, a null and void conversation.
This what
I'm finna just say, do any of us know how much he was getting paid? Do anybody know how much he was getting paid? Because I haven't, put it, you feel like he wasn't getting paid. Let us know how much. No? Okay.
POV, it might make the whole situation, a null and void conversation.
This is what I tell every nigga that work for me. If you're tired, I'm 20 times more tired. I can't leave the camera. You hold it. You can zone out. As long as you get the angles, I don't give a fuck if you texting on your phone or not. I don't give a fuck what you doing. As long as you getting the angles, you could be fucking your girl, nigga. As long as you get the angles, It's cool. I'm not tripping. I don't give a what you do. It's an easy job.
Let's break this down. For what it's worth, I think that there are certain jobs that come with an understanding of the grueling and rigorousnicity of the task that's being asked. If you're somebody who is a day laborer who is building buildings or planting fences, sure, you can complain about how hot it is, but ultimately, at the end of the day, we understand what's going on here. So when we see a streamer doing, I don't know, a 24-hour marathon or a 72-hour hike through the Amazon rainforest, in my mind, it just automatically kind of clicks and registers that it's probably going to be hot. This is probably going to be a tough task to take on, and that, you know, you're probably not going to get a lot of sleep or all these other things because the streamer is also not getting these things. I'm also not thinking that the camera is going to be the size of an iPhone. We've now, through plethora of videos, seen how big these streamers' setups are. Hell, Ben Don talks about and brags about how he's always carrying around an FX6. Nothing in my mind makes me think that that is a small camera. And the pay
See, been a cameraman before.
Too funny.
We've had these conversations.
Yeah, but
I've been a
funny,
cameraman before. See, been a cameraman before.
Okay. Anyway. Yeah.
You don't want to talk about your experience holding the camera?
I will say with like so many people that like, you know, that do content and stuff like that, and you apply and like, hey, I want to be, you know, you kind of know what goes into it. You
need to make yourself aware.
You hear other people either talk about it or complain about it or whatever the case may be. Like, so you kind of have an idea, or if you don't, get familiarized with it. You kind of you know the ins and outs in a nutshell. You like know the ins and outs that it can be a little taxing. You are going to have to be holding this. It's just you. You don't have like no one to like switch you out. Hey, I need to go. You know, I'll be thinking about that. I'm getting sidetracked. I'll be thinking about that. Like if they got to use, well, never mind. That's probably a lot of information. But I think about that. Like if they have to like go to the bathroom.
See, and
I
feel like that's the reason why Speed has multiple.
Oh, okay. Because
Yeah,
I do
somebody
think
like
about
him
that.
though.
I think about that sometimes. I'm like, when y'all out and about and it's just you, like, do you have to like, do you ever get a chance to like, maybe I just be like thinking too much into it. Like, just like the small things. Because I'm just wondering, like, you kind of know what you're signing up for in a sense. But I'm not saying don't treat people like shit, like crap and stuff like that. I'm not saying that.
I got 4?
But,
Damn, that's crazy. That's
I mean, but
crazy.
but
it's understandable. It's understandable.
Yeah, that's understandable. And if you have the funds to be able to pay for people, then that's different.
Yeah.
Cameraman, kid, and see. No.
Jonathan said, if we did RL, who would be the cameraman? If it was just me, her, 9 times out of 10, I probably would be.
No, if it was just no.
I'm saying to hold the camera, and I said if me and you did, it
You
probably would be me.
Oh, yeah. Child.
I think I know a little bit more about production than C does. Well,
A little bit.
a lot of bit.
Boy, I don't know nothing.
I know a lot more about production.
I mean, I know how to
C
cut.
does.
I know how to cut on the camera and cut it off.
Selfie stick is not correct because I wouldn't want to do selfie, and it's technically I'll still would be the one
like
holding it.
extra, yeah.
Also, it depends on your level, like Speed and Kyle.
Yeah.
I think which is
That
true.
is true.
How many
That's
agent
true.
has?
That's
Are you
true.
saving the string? Not today.
I don't like being the main focus. I'm not this type. I don't like being in the. That's just not my personality.
So agent got 2. That makes sense.
Always carrying around an FX6. Nothing in my mind makes me
Good
think
camera,
that is a small camera. And the pay conversation is super duper iffy. I can't really explain how somebody should be getting paid for this type of work. I would love for everybody to get a livable wage, but I also don't think that a streamer can delve out tens and 20s of thousands of dollars for a cameraman. Now, there is one thing that DDG said, and I might have to find it. It may or may not make this video about how you get paid in exposure in the time that you have with a content creator or streamer. Yeah, to me, that's 1000% BS. I can't pay my bills in exposure, and I damn sure can't pay my rent in the times that I had with a streamer or content creator. And for what it's worth, 9 times out of 10, that doesn't really lead to anything tangible. Somebody would probably say you could roll.
I think DDG referencing that from his previous cameraman that went and became a streamer himself. I think that's what DDG is trying to refer to as the exposure. It's because people end up finding out who he is, and now through that exposure of being with DDG, he has took that exposure and started his own streaming. But then you get pissed off about that, so it's kind of you biting yourself in the tail for even, Like me, if I got a cameraman, me personally, I wouldn't want my cameraman to be a part of the entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I don't want you to ever speak. I don't want people to ever hear you. Like at the end of the day, I would want you to be working behind the scenes, not what I'm saying, part of the
9 times out of 10, that doesn't really lead to anything tangible. Somebody would probably say you could roll that into some sort of career as an entertainer, but ultimately you spend most of your time working for said content creator. And content creators do have some sort of stipulations in their working agreement that says that you probably can't create content, but I digress. And so they had a disagreement. The guy stopped working for DDG and DDG immediately began searching for a replacement. But instead of just, submitting some sort of job opening request on Indeed or LinkedIn or asking his friend, he decided that he was going to start a contest. He did a 24-hour boot camp in order to find a new cameraman, which would ultimately be his fourth in 2 years. The tryouts are entertaining, but they also quickly show how DDG has returned to the same position that he's been in for the past 3 years at this point. He's once again searching for somebody who can film him, travel with him, and become a part of the content as a whole. And the question isn't if DDG is going to find another cameraman. It's truly an opportunity of a lifetime. The question is whether he can build a working relationship that's going to last. Now, before DDG finds him a new cameraman, we need to look at the previous ones, because while there have been some other content creators who have had issues with their employee, DDG continuously has these fallouts. And the latest one makes more sense when you understand what happened to his previous cameramen, Ed and Johnny.
The narrative of DDG not paying his people is absolutely incorrect. I've been using the same people for a long time. My cameraman, I just started streaming in 2025, guys. How many cameramen do y'all think I had? It's only been Johnny and Ed. And everybody assumed, oh, DDG can't keep a cameraman. Nigga, it's only been 2025, bro. I haven't been in the game that long to even know where to go and find folks. You feel me?
That's not necessarily true, but I guess he's talking about the RL streaming, because you remember a while ago he started trying to stream, and that's the reason why the whole bruise and all that stuff happens, because all that he was trying to stream at one point, and then he high-key kind of downplayed it at one point and was saying, I remember this clip like night and day, that he was like, oh, streamers really don't get no money. There ain't really no money in industry. But then now he's a full-time streamer.
Yeah, you've only been working with 2 people, but they've been kind of in and out and in and out. Just like a toxic relationship, DDG and his former 2 cameramen have been on and off again for probably the past 2 years. Now, the reasons vary slightly, but there is some sort of pattern here, and it does open up to be a bigger conversation. His first cameraman, Ed, did about 2 stints of 6 months before leaving DDG for these reasons.
The pay isn't right for me, as you guys know, with the cameraman job. Because I needed to make more money, all I did was wake up earlier, wake up later, make some content, make some clothes, and make some money. In all honesty, when it comes to the pay that is received strictly off filming, it wasn't enough for the financial needs that I had. Now you guys can get a general idea, but when you live in LA, regular payments that you have, whether it's rent, car, insurance.
Hold on, he said so he was waking up extra early to do content his own self, clothing and all this stuff.
Before he go
film with DDG, but then with DDG, he's also trying to be on camera as well. So were you only trying to become a cameraman for DDG to get yourself exposure to his audience, to then later on try to take it back to your audience? You get what I'm saying? Then to me, you never wanted to be a cameraman in the first place. And that might be DDG's biggest problem, is you keep hiring all these cameramen who technically don't have a passion for production. They just want to be a content creator. And so they utilizing you as a pedestal to what they want to get to.
But I guess it'd kind of be hard in this time, and to kind of I guess find someone that may not want to do content themselves, because you can sit here, you can interview someone and ask the near future in the next 3 years, would you want to be making content yourself? And 9 times out of 10 they gonna say no.
So y'all want to hear the real conversation me and C had pertaining to this?
What real conversation?
I think we had it yesterday.
Okay, say it, because I don't forgot the conversations yesterday. I don't forgot this morning conversation.
So most of everybody, even in the chat right now, have worked a 9-to-5 job. So we've all have been there as a new hire at multiple, especially me, at multiple positions at multiple places. When you're filling out a job application, you get hired onto the job. They have a new hire thing.
Oh, you talking about that stuff, like like the legal stuff. Oh,
Yeah, on the legal
yeah,
aspect.
okay, I remember those conversations we had. Yeah, okay, I'm thinking you talking about something
No,
else.
no, no,
Okay,
no.
go.
So how about this? Let's do it like this. First of all, when you first apply, let me know if you're a content creator already, and let me know your background in the production space. Do you have experience already in this? Because a lot of people do go and get a degree or get educated within production, right? And videography and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And not everybody who does that wants to be in front of the screen. So if you're not a content creator, okay, that gives you a step of.
Yeah.
But if I find out you're doing any type of content, I'm not gonna hire you because I need you to be my production, not trying to be a,
Yeah.
you know. But also, a lot of jobs have non-compete clause, and non-compete clause in this situation, I would 100%. At this point, with him, with DDG, since he constantly having a problem, I would you got lawyers. Get your lawyers to get, especially he has an entertainment lawyer. Get you a lawyer to draw up a clause that it has non-compete clause. So once you either quit from me or you get them to sign an NDA, a non-compete clause, which means, hey, once you leave me, you cannot go work for another content creator for 2 years, and you cannot go out there and be a content creator for 2 years. Most of y'all who have a 9-to-5 job, see, I know we don't read. I know that new hire packet, we just sign. They say sign here. Okay, sign
Speak for
here.
yourself, but yeah.
A lot of us, I said a lot of us, we like sign here. Okay.
You know, we don't. I read.
You ain't reading all them papers.
I be
Them. You ain't reading all them papers. But a lot of us have signed those.
Yeah.
So I know one of my jobs for sure. Like if you left that job, you cannot go work for it in that same industry for.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
A lot of people, yeah. Some people don't know that, but yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah. So that's the reason why when you get hired at where is a fast food spot, you can't go work for another fast food spot.
Yeah.
2 years after.
Know me, it wasn't enough for the financial needs that I had. Now you guys can get a general idea.
You finna say
No,
like,
I about to say that's only if they are in the same under the same umbrella.
yeah.
Feel me? It wasn't enough for the financial needs that I had. Now you guys can get a general idea, but when you live in LA, regular payments that you have, whether it's rent, car, insurance, just the basic things and food, if the money was to come in, it would come right out.
Now, I do think it's DDG's responsibility to build some sort of environment that will make for a happy and healthy working relationship between his cameraman and whatever other employees that he does have on his payroll. Ultimately, nobody likes to do a bunch of turnover at their place of employment, and the idea of bringing in somebody new and training them every 6 months almost sounds nerve-wracking. But that's exactly what he did with this cameraman, Ed, and then also another cameraman, Johnny, who we'll get to in 2 seconds. But the concept of him not paying enough for the lifestyle that Johnny would live is not the fault of DDG's. Ultimately, a job pays what it pays, and while you would love increases, while I would love people to be getting paid a livable wage, not saying that DDG wasn't paying him a livable wage, but ultimately, if you have a $20,000 lifestyle and the job only pays $3,000, then hey man, that's kind of on you. And I think DDG was even fair in his responses. He went down this rabbit hole about how he gave incentives and opportunities for there to be more money made.
The amount of money I was paying Ed was not life-changing, regular money, but there was incentives. It's been times where I've told, hey bro, let's do Snapchat, let's do this, let's do boom. Me and Ed, and this is, it's not happening no more. Me and Ed had a clothing line coming out. Just because I ain't paying a nigga crazy to hold a camera, it does not mean that I'm trying to like keep a nigga under. I always try to find ways to help a motherfucker make more money. But while you're making more money, I want to make money as well. So I like to create businesses and different ventures and give people other opportunities to make money in other places, not just holding a camera on stream.
Now, there's some finesse in there, but I understand what DDG is saying. Hey, well, let's create an opportunity for me to make another stream of income so that you can also get another stream of income. It's small business. He's an entrepreneur at, to a certain degree. So
he told him, let's get Snapchat popping. Then that sounds like he's also being your editor. So is he your cameraman or is he your cameraman and editor? Because then that means he has to do, or are you saying he needs to be following you? See, I need more clarification what he's trying to, because if he's trying to do, you get what I'm saying? Multiple jobs, then I need You need to be paying me a little bit more.
I get it. But based off the other cameraman, Johnny's track record in history, it makes a lot of sense as to why these people left DDG.
If you got any questions about me, Johnny filmed for me for a year. If y'all do not know, y'all know Johnny, right? He filmed for me for a year. We had a great run, and he wanted to be like 1, 8, 10, 11, and 2. Become a streamer. So then me and Johnny fell out. Luckily, 1 in 1 million. 1 in 1. This is 1 in 1 million out of all cameramen to become a millionaire after becoming a streamer. My bad for putting your money out there.
Johnny, aka Yearn Boy, BKA DDG's first cameraman, would leave DDG after becoming a part of his content to go on and become a successful streamer, if you ask me. He streams to about 2,300 people. But this is where the pattern starts to get involved. DDG hires a cameraman, the cameraman becomes a part of the content. They start building their own audience. People start to develop a relationship with the cameraman on camera. But
let me ask you this. Are you agreeing with chat when they say the cameraman should possibly be a roommate?
That just depends. Like the other guy, he sound like he said he got a whole family. The one that was sitting there, the last one, don't know his name, that hit the head on. They said that it sounded like he has a whole family. So in that sense, that doesn't work out for everyone.
That is true. Everybody's situation is different.
Yeah, everyone's situation different. So like
you say you don't agree? Be a boss and co-worker relationship?
Yeah, true. Like me personally, I won't want to stay with. I already work for you. I don't want to see you I already got to see you. I don't want to wake up to you and go to sleep to you.
Want to be able to clock out and go home.
Yeah, it's just like any other job. I don't want to live with you. And
but I think that's where you need scheduling comes very important too. Like, hey, this is the set time. Same like a regular 9-to-5 job. If you want to pay me a 9-to-5 wage type of situation, set a schedule. Hey, these are the days we record, and these are the time. So I need you there 30 minutes prior. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to be where we especially when you trying to do like a marathon. Then that's even more demanding on the cameraman. So you know,
facts.
Start building their own audience. People start to develop a relationship with the cameraman on camera, but behind the scenes, problems are developing. The relationship ultimately ends up publicly, and then DDG goes on his path to finding a whole nother cameraman. And so then we get into the bigger problem of it all. DDG is talking about and bolstering the fact that, working around him brings exposure, it brings connections, it brings these different opportunities, and those benefits are real, but ultimately down the line, it's gonna become more and more and more enticing for somebody to then take what they've built in lieu of the money and turn this into a career and become creators themselves. The job ultimately gives these people the tools to eventually leave the job. And so even though every cameraman leaves for different reasons, the same position keeps ending in the same exact way. And now people are naturally starting to question the system around it. And this matters because cameramen aren't just invisible employees, they're part of the content now.
It makes sense because we had it in the same band.
Okay, so let's try to improve our game.
It's my crack showing while I'm eating food.
How is that possible?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's showing enough. No, not with the camera. Just you.
Okay.
Bro!
In 2026, streaming is no longer this one-man army of a job. You can no longer film, edit, record, hold the backpack and the camera, script out the content, find the locations, all these things. You now need editors. You now need camera people. You now need thumbnail people, producers, managers, sponsor team. The creator may be the face, but the team is what's keeping the whole thing moving. And we all know that building content with more people helps make for a better content environment. So now these cameramen are becoming a part of storylines. They're becoming people who hold people accountable, who streamers and content creators are praising, who are being taken seriously in this space, not just because they help get the videos and clips out to the public, but because they are also a part of making the content better. This also means that audiences are becoming more and more attached to them. A long-term cameraman is going to learn the creator's personality, their filming style, their daily schedule, what their good side is, what their bad side is, their friends, their family, when to speak during the stream, when not to speak during the stream, what moments are worth capturing, and so much more. But more importantly, what the audience finds to be entertaining. That level of knowledge cannot be replaced instantaneously. And this is why stability is so important. When a creator keeps the same team, you're not just seeing growth in the creator, you're also seeing growth in the whole production and shebang-a-bang in and of itself. And that's largely due to them being around and just learning for a long time. And this is what DDG is losing every time he has to get rid of a cameraman in this game. He has to rebuild chemistry. This has to be a person that needs to learn his new style. An audience must become familiar with this new person. Old relationships and inside jokes become dead. New ones have to be built. Another disagreement will ultimately become some sort of public drama. And then future applicants may have a bunch of different questions and not understanding the lengths that this person must take in order to get to doing this job properly. And this is why I look so closely at DDG's tryouts of these new cameramen. As somebody who's worked behind the scenes in content creation for a long time, since the early AMP days, I understand the complexities of bringing somebody in, hiring somebody new, getting them acclimated to the system. DDG's tryouts are proving that there is no shortage in people that are willing to film. Hell, everybody thinks that they can pick up a camera and just hold it. But the dramatic hiring process does not mean any guarantees of chemistry, trust, or loyalty. The real challenge begins when the tryouts end. Hell, even today, hiring new people is such a daunting and arduous task. Sometimes you even want to put up with the nonsense of a current employee just so that you can get to the next day. DDG's latest losing of a cameraman started as this big public disagreement, but once we look at Ed, Johnny, and the people who came after them, it becomes a much bigger problem and a much bigger conversation. And while every person may have a different reason as to why they left, some started new careers, some became tired of the job, some may not have agreed with DDG about the pay or the expectations, ultimately the result is the same. DDG loses someone who became part of the content, and it starts over and over and over again with another search for another replacement. And while the cameraman tryouts may help him find the most talented application, talent isn't the only problem. It's the chemistry, it's the trust, it's the loyalty. Hell, it's how to keep them in the long run. Now, I'm not saying that I have the answer for this. I'm not saying that this video is the end all be all. I think that this is an extremely, and I do mean extremely, tough job. Cameramen, and for what it's worth, behind the scenes people kind of have to have no lives. Their lives are circling around the content creator. But that doesn't mean that it can't be rewarding, and that doesn't mean that it's not super important for a creator to establish this relationship. Good luck to you, my brother. Wouldn't want to be in your shoes. My cameraman is a tripod.
I'm gonna tell you what DD high key messed up at, right? High key. Because I watch different people on social media, you know what I'm saying?
I have a question too.
I turn into different things, right? This is why I say he 100% high key messed up, because one person said this what he did. He hired family to be the cameraman. There's already a bond there. There's already he like this child. There's already a bond there, right? And so if you got like a cousin that you already cool with or real close with, or you got
said that he should hire
or like a brother or something that you're real close with, everybody shouldn't have to be in front of the screen. You can have people like, hey, cuz, like, come on out here, you know what I'm saying? Let me put you on game. I got a cousin right now. If I wanted to do this and want to be, I got a cousin right now that if I had called especially when I was in college, hey, I'm finna put you on and put some money in your pockets and we finna get to the bag, right? And 100% he would have been my cameraman, and I know to this day he probably would still be my cameraman.
Yeah.
And I think that's what that would have worked for him. You know what I'm saying? Especially with DDG he got his cousin like T.O. now. They're not consistent content creators, right? But he was trying to, I think he focused too much on trying to put them on the front end to do what I do. He should have put them on behind the scenes, and, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think he would be going through all this. But what question you had?
I was just gonna say, has most of he said he had like 2 or 3 cameramen, whatever. Have they left because they feel like they're underpaid, or because they wanted to start their own thing, or both?
From my understanding, both.
Oh, okay.
But it appears that, because even this last dude, it appears that he's also trying to be a content creator.
I got you.
So I think it's
and I agree and disagree with you with the comment you made.
It depends on who
about family.
It depends on who it is.
They can be just as bad.
But it also depends on who it is.
They can be just. This is, my opinion, but hey, you could try it. You can try it all. See what works best.
I'm trying to in my head.
What's the best fit?
I don't think you'll have a cousin.
That
I can think of, like, right off the top of the bed. That would be
that
like,
would
hold the camera.
Like, just hold the camera or know stuff.
Like, you both. I'm saying, but you can both learn to, because a lot of these people.
Oh, if that's the case, then yes, I do. I would. I'm not,
because also I wasn't trying to think females.
I wasn't thinking females. I was thinking males. the only male one that I'm like super close to, that we close in age, I still would like hire him to do stuff.
Oh,
like
I'm saying you would trust him to be a cameraman for you.
He ain't gonna steal the camera.
I ain't saying that. I'm saying be able to like be wanting to work.
Oh yeah. I would definitely trust him. Like he ain't got no problem with like working and stuff. Like, but yeah, we'll be learning together. Stuff like that. But
and I think that's good to go through those trials and tribulations together, because also it helps your
I
bond.
don't want to be in front of the camera like that.
True.
I love y'all, but I want to.
But hey, man.
But yeah.
Y'all spend most of y'all let us know y'all thoughts about it for us
Please
in the
do.
comments down below. But until next time, y'all know how I go, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We are.
Kid and
We out.
Ain't no time to kick it, got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money low, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.